ladies and gentlemen, look like the jurors for the Amber Guyger case have been selected. And they are going to have 12 jurors and 4 alternates that will hear this case. And if you don't know, the case is set to begin September 23rd. So it's really not that far away. And I hope, being that they chose these jurors, that this is a sign that they will not have a change in venue. That's something her attorneys have been fighting for. Um, to me, there's no reason for them to change the location. The only thing we heard as far as directly from Amber Guyger was the 911 tape. That was the first time we even heard her voice in this whole thing. So, they're trying to say she won't get a fair trial. I believe she could. I don't think there's any reason to move it, and I sure hope the judge feels the same way. So this came out in the Fort Worth Star Telegram, September 13th, 2019. Jurors selected in Amber Guyger murder trial will be notified by morning, judge says. So the judge told these jurors that they would be notified Friday or early Saturday if they were chosen to be part of the jury. And they will be deciding the fate of what happens to Amber Guyger in this whole thing. So we remember over a year ago now, that Amber Guyger called 911 and claimed she shot an intruder in her apartment, and turned out she was not in her apartment, but the apartment of Botham John, which I still don't believe. I'm still having a problem believing she didn't know where she lived. Okay, I'm still having a problem believing that. So Guyger, 31, who was white, she fatally entered she fatally shot John in his apartment on September 6, 2018, that many of us remember. John was 26 years old, a black native of the island of St. Lucia, and he was in his own apartment. He was watching TV and eating a bowl of cereal, and everything changed for him. He lost his life over some police officer's stupidity. So they're saying, many people are saying race played a role in this shooting. And we know Amber Guyger turned herself in and she was terminated. And if you remember Renee Hall, it was like pulling teeth to get her to fire Amber Guyger. So you saw them protect Amber Guyger, the police chief, and the DA, who's no longer there. It's just a different DA now, that Faith Johnson. So shortly before 10:30 Friday, court officials, they began the task of paring down the jury pool. And like I said, they have 12 jurors, 4 alternates who will potentially hear the testimony in a trial that is expected to begin September 23rd and could last more than 2 weeks. I hope they broadcast it. I really do. I would like to see this trial. I don't know if they will. They haven't said if it was going to be broadcast or not, but I sure hope we get to see some of it. State District Judge Tammy Kemp said jurors should prepare to pack at least 1 week of clothes because they may not be allowed to return home for the duration of the trial. Okay, which is normal procedure, especially for a murder case. About 370 potential jurors were ushered into the central jury room at the Frank Crowley Courthouse in Dallas, and that number was cut down to 220 before the judge began considering the excuses of those who said they were unable to serve. The jury pool was released at about 7:30 p.m. Friday and told that 16 people would receive instructions by phone on whether they should return September 23rd. So they apparently have selected these people already. When asked earlier Friday, Kemp said she had not made a decision on a request by Guyger's lawyers to convene the trial to another county. Attorneys representing Guyger argued that the former Dallas police officer could not receive a fair trial in Dallas County and motioned that the trial be moved to another location. I hope they deny that. No. I hope they deny it. Prosecutors have opposed moving the trial, and Kemp has said she will make a ruling on whether an impartial jury can be seated after the jury selection process is complete. Guyger is charged with murder in the death of John. She was fired from the Dallas police force after the shooting. Guyger, who was off duty but in uniform at the time of the shooting, has said she mistook John's apartment for her own after an extended day at work and thought he was an intruder when she shot him, according to court documents. Yeah, you just walk into an apartment and open fire, right? You don't even try to find out who the person is. You don't try to talk to them. I mean, it's almost like she wasn't a police officer at all. But then again, that's how many of them conduct themselves out here, like they're not even trained police officers at all. So we shall see. I wonder what the jury looks like. You know, they want to move it to another county because I think they thought she would have a better shot in front of a mostly white jury. I think that's the only reason why they want to move this trial to another county. So, ladies and gentlemen, if the judge does not grant the change in venue, which I hope she doesn't, this trial will begin on September 23rd. If she gives the change in venue to Amber Guyger's attorneys, then this whole trial can be postponed up to a year. We may have to wait until 2020 before this case comes up again. You know, in my opinion, that's too long of a wait. Why put it off? You already got the jury selected and everything is ready to go in Dallas County. And like I said, John died in Dallas County. Botham John died there. He didn't die in another county. It should be exactly where the shooting took place, in Dallas County. So we shall see what happens. They have not said much about granting the change in venue, but that decision has to be coming very soon. Especially, you know, it's got to be done before the 23rd. So more than likely, next week, the judge will probably let them know whether it's going to remain in Dallas County or she will let them change it to another county. But I was reading, even if it changes to another county, this judge will still be presiding over the case. So the judge will not change at all. It'll be the same judge. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.